A makerspace is a place where people can come and have access to technology and equipment that maybe they wouldn't have access to in other places.
Somewhere where people can go and use the knowledge that they have and combine it with other things that people can teach them and come up with a product.
So a makerspace is basically the idea that if you have a whole bunch of people come together and you have a whole bunch of this equipment and all this available art space and just kind of creative space, that people can come together and make a bunch of really awesome things.
Outside of the technology and just the plant space itself, there need to be people there making things in it.
I mean, there's so many people that come in every day. We have people that have built their entire businesses just in the makerspace, that have gone from, working some 9 to 5 or in a kitchen or something, and now they're doing like video production, or they're taking photos, or they're editing photos, or they're editing music videos.
I see a lot of small business people who are here all the time, or like very local art groups who are here every day or at least 3 times a week, and then they come back and they're like, oh, I'm doing a show at this local venue, and here are the other 3 people I've met here who are coming with me. I see a lot of those things developing, and then we just see like your normal small-time businesses who make all their products over on the laser engraver, or come in to use the vinyl printer to make their shipping labels or their business cards, those sort of things.
I think this is an incredibly important place as a part of the community because of all the work that we do, things like working with small businesses and nonprofits, but then also things like reaching out to kids and exposing them to some of these new technologies that they would not be able to have access to in other places.
And it's a learning space for younger people, well, really for people of all ages.
Mostly kind of accessibility and freedom to do what you like with the tools that we have. A lot of people often fantasize about making this, that, and the other, or learning this, that, or the other. Having that be a thing that we can offer them. Sometimes it's a bit mind-blowing for people, but I think that's what, if the makerspace means anything, it would be that accessibility, that opportunity for people to do things that they might not be able to do normally, at some other library system, for example.
Probably one of the challenges is consistency across the staff, and then also really just kind of getting people introduced to the idea of makerspaces. So that's a challenge. People come in every day and they ask us this question: what is a makerspace?
The idea of a makerspace is a little difficult to communicate, especially to someone who's completely foreign to the concept. And so very often we have people who want to accomplish things that we are not yet able to help them with, or expectations that can't be met, things like that, or even just communicating what our purpose is.
I think one of the kind of common misconceptions about the makerspace sometimes is that maybe it's just for kids, or it's just for young people, or it's just for tech-savvy people. That's completely inaccurate in my opinion.
I think the biggest problem is expectations about what exactly the space can offer, opposed to and how much work that person's trying to put into.
Sometimes people come in and their expectations are not necessarily something that can be met.
More and more you're going to see libraries become spaces similar to what we have here, where we focus heavily on technology, heavily on involving the community in different ways, bringing them together in a way to experience new things in different ways.
It's not going to be your mom and dad's library where it's all quiet and everyone's just reading a book. I think it'll be more technology-based, more computers, more software, more machines that can help people do things. I think there will always be books, and there's always a place in the library for books, but the format of things will change, and the way that people connect with information will be vastly different.
I think more libraries are probably going to be looking to spaces or concepts like this to kind of, offer more to their respective patronage. And indeed, even on our own system, we have several other branches who are expanding their own offerings to include makerspace-esque elements like a 3D printer, recording booth, vinyl printers, things like that.
I hope to see more things like this, where the intent is to keep building onto things that the community wants to learn about and wants to experience, instead of maybe scaling back and saying, no, we're only books.
Libraries have always had to evolve in how they serve their communities. They're not just providing books anymore. They're providing access to computers. They're providing access to other technology.
I hope the space continues to grow and evolve because what we have right now is great.
More people in this space that are experts in different things, that we can have more collaboration.
That we keep responding to what we're being asked for, and then meeting the public's needs as far as what they both want to see in the space and what they want to do with the space.
Well, I think we will be getting even more equipment to hopefully diversify what we can offer. The technology we have today was not really around 15 years ago, and there's always new technologies being developed with kind of makers in mind.
The people that we have working in the space continue to be, excited about new technology and excited about helping people and excited about new machines that we could get.
The sky's really the limit, but it's all kind of stuck in logistics. How can we make this work? How can we offer the service to our patrons in a way that will actually comply with our system and our policies, and that won't overwork those of us who actually have to work with the machines, things like that. So it's difficult to say, but we're not slowing down.
But there's always room for improvement. There's always room for expansion. And we want to continue to bring people new equipment, new ideas, new technology. The makerspace that you see today will hopefully not be the makerspace that you see a year from now, or certainly 2 or 3 years from now.
That more people will be excited to use all the things that we have, and that we will have the capability to continue helping people.